ऊंचे रहे जो तेरे कद से इरादे, तो ये फलक मगरूर।
है ठान लिया हमने, सूरज सा जलना है, सपनों को दो परवाज़ अगर उड़ने की तमन्ना है ठान लिया हमने, सूरज सा जलना है, सपनों को दो परवाज़ अगर उड़ने की तमन्ना
है ठान लिया, ठान लिया। ऊंचे रहे जो तेरे कद से इरादे, तो ये फलक मगरूर। बेबस होके तेरे आगे दिखेगा मजबूर। तुम ताना ना, तुम ताना ना, तुम ताना ना ना ना, तुम ताना ना 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 दोरे। तुम ताना ना, तुम ताना ना, तुम ताना ना ना ना, तुम ताना ना 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 दोरे।
हो भले कोहरा घना, तो मगर गम न मना, जरा कदम बढ़ा ये छट जाएगा। हो भले कोहरा घना, तो मगर गम न मना, जरा कदम बढ़ा ये छट जाएगा।
नजरिया बदल के नजारे बदल दे, खिलाफत के सारे इशारे बदल दे। पैरों पे आके तेरे मंजिल रुकेगी जरूर। है ठान लिया, रहता लिया।
ठान लिया हमने, सूरज सा जलना है, सपनों को दो परवाज़ अगर उड़ने की तमन्ना
है ठान लिया। है जोगी रे जोगी तेरे मन के सितारे कर दे, करे मौज मीनारे रब बख्शेगा तुझको किनारे। हो जोगी रे जोगी तेरे मन के सितारे कर दे, करे मौज मीनारे रब बख्शेगा तुझको किनारे।
Good evening, everyone. I hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, Pragya. So I can see some familiar names also. So first of all, how is everybody doing? We'll start with the classic question, of course, because after all, we are meeting after some time. That's for sure. Good evening, Jyoti. Good evening, Jaspreet. So how are things going? Everything planned for New Year, Jaspreet? Always great, as always. How about Neha, Gajanan, Jyoti, Dishant, Ankita? Good evening, Gajanan. I'm also doing good, Jaspreet. Thank you for asking. Jyoti is also doing great. Pragya is also doing great. So Neha and Pragya, they don't know each other, but I'm sure if further sessions we'll have breakout rooms so that you all get to know each other. But both of them had shared news that they got placed in their respective branches, careers that they wanted to get into. So congratulations to them and others also. Maybe you all have had some good news which you all wouldn't have shared with me, but congratulations to all of you as well. Happy evening, Chirant. So are we good to go or anything anyone wants to ask, share, anything? Or good to go for the session? Good to go. Okay. So today's session is not really a session, okay, to be very honest. And all those of you who have already interacted with me, you all know that I always say that after these hours are over, there will come a day when all of you will be speaking and I'll be on the other hand side, right? So today's session is something like that itself. If I have to be very honest, there's not going to be any facilitator for today's session. As you can know, see the topic was reflect, review, and reset. So along with all of you, I am also going. So just when you all were here listening to the music in my notebook, I made the heading as reflections 2022. So whatever exercises you all will be doing, I also will be doing along with you. So there's no facilitator as such, but who will be a facilitator or who will be a teacher? Today, it will be the 364 days of this 2022 that we had. Okay, so I always say in my classes as well that life and time are the best teachers. You know, you cannot have better facilitators, teachers, guide, mentor, coaches, gurus, jo bhi bolo, right? So those will be our teachers, those will be our guides. So the agenda will be, we will be doing some reflective exercises, some prompts will be there on the screen, and all of us will be reflecting on them. And preferably, it's better if you have a notebook and a pen. In case you don't, you have some time before we start, you all can go and grab a paper and pen. That will be the first thing. It will be followed by a guided meditation. And then after that, if there is anything you all want to ask, share, how can we plan the further session so that it helps all of you also, that will be. Okay? Any questions based on what I said? Ready to begin? If you all are ready, just write ready on the chat. So Jaspreet says yes. So Jyoti says ready. Chirant is also ready. Okay. So most of you are ready. Allow me to quickly share the screen. Yes. So most of you are saying ready. That's great. Let's see if I can get it into full screen. Yes. So life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Now, in the exercise of reflection, why are we starting with this? The reason is two. First is today, because we are reflecting and we will be going back to the past. Today, we will be looking into, some of us might even go back to our previous years. Let's say if we have achieved some major milestone, we would like to compare our lives. Oh my God, how my life was before this milestone, before this thing happened. And now because of this decision or this event in this year, my life has changed so much. So some of us may look at beyond 2022, while some of us may restrict ourselves to what has happened in this year itself. But what we need to remember while doing this is that life is to be understood backwards, meaning when we go back to our past, we don't have to get stuck in the past, nor do we have to be anxious about the future, right? We will only keep the lessons from the past. The past will go, we'll release it. We'll do it in the guided meditation as well. Okay, so remember this point that today when we are going to the past, it's not so that some trigger, some emotions, some not so positive emotions, some disempowering emotions get triggered today, but so that we can understand. So any one of you, including myself also, maybe if we have gone through some unhealed emotions, some traumas maybe also in this year, the objective is not to get stuck in those emotions, but watch it from a detached perspective and then reflect on the learnings. Okay, so that, and why are we doing this? So that we can apply all those learnings and live forward. Okay, so that's the first part. So here we go. First question. First question is, I want all of you to think about it and write it in your notebook. What were the highlights of 2022 for you? You can write 1, 2, 3, no restriction. You can, for every question, you can use one entire page also. That's absolutely fine. So I'll also be doing this along with you. What are the highlights of 2022 for all of you? And whenever you are done, please type on the chat done so that we can proceed further. And if anyone is comfortable, you all can also share what were your highlights, right? So feel free to share. This is a community, a family where we are getting together, because towards the end, when we are done with the session, what I can say is these prompts I can share. I could have shared it as a LinkedIn post. I could have shared it in the respective groups. The guided meditation that we have, I could have uploaded on YouTube. But there is a purpose why we are asking all of you to come together, because of the energy flow that happens. Okay, so each one of us will be committed and do this exercise while we reflect on these questions. And also share on the chat if you all are comfortable. Okay, so my list is done. I'm waiting for all of you. It was a long list. Imagine starting from the month January, February, and then. So I did it month wise. Whichever way you all did, I hope you all are able to recall and connect. Pragya is done. Chirant is also done. Okay, so some of you are done. Okay, Dishant is also done. Fine. So let's move on to the next question, which is things I'm grateful for. Okay, make a big list, 10, 20, 30, 40. Maybe you can add now and then add the rest of the items in this list later. Jyoti is also done. Okay, good. I believe all of us are done in that case. Okay. Gajanan, for example, see, grateful meaning gratitude, which means that what are the things in your life for which you are thankful. So it could be that you have a supportive family, you have good health, you have friends who support you, and it could be little things also, like for example the electricity that you have in your house, the Wi-Fi connection, and every little thing. So from small to big, major, to a job, from a job to the food that you get on your plate, that you are able to afford 2 square meals of day, that can also be included in this list. So for those of you who joined now, what we are doing is there is a prompt on the screen. So we got done with one prompt, which was highlights of 2022. This is the second question, things I'm grateful for. So using on our notebooks, we are listing down the things, the prompts. We are basically answering the prompts that are there on the screen, including myself. So I'm done with the second one. Whenever you all are done, you all can mention, but make a list as big as possible. So I have written phone also, grateful for my phone, good health, and job. So from something macro to micro, everything can be included. And in fact, it should be included. It is said that gratitude is vitamin for the soul. So just as a deficiency of vitamin D or vitamin B12 or any kind of vitamin can make our health go haywire, without gratitude you might have all the things, but without this feeling of thankfulness, you will always feel that emptiness. You'll always feel like I want more. That greediness will not allow you to be grateful. So when you are grateful, you are pausing at the moment, appreciating, and then aspiring for all the other things. Being grateful doesn't mean that you don't aspire or try to get the other things. It just means that I'm contented with what I have, and with this contentment, and I'm going to continue to work towards the goals that I wish to achieve. So Gajanan is done. Okay, great. So Gajanan had a question, and once he understood, he was the first one to finish it. Neha is also done. Great. Radha is done. Rohit is also done. Okay. Dishant is done. I'll wait for 2 more and then we'll proceed to the next question. Pragya is done. Chirant is also done. Okay. Jyoti, Ankita. I hope you all will also be finishing it soon. So till that time, here's the next question. Okay, Ankita is done. Okay, great. Third question is the smartest decision I have made in this year. It could be anything. It could be making a career switch. It could be leaving a job. It could be joining a new job. It could be quitting something that you were doing and then starting something of your own. Anything. It could be taking that decision that irrespective of my background of education, I'll go ahead and try a completely different course. It could be moving from one city to another, anything. And don't think that ये बहुत छोटा decision था, बड़ा decision था. It's not mentioned whether it was a micro or a macro decision. It's just about a decision. Maybe it was a very small decision, but you were at crossroads, you were confused, and finally you were able to take that decision, which turned out to be the smartest decision so far in the 364 days of this year. So you'll mention this. Okay, just please. Maybe you can, two options. One, you can make a mental note of all these things, or you can reflect and then make a note on the notes app. Okay, so Ankita is done so fast. Acha, aisa kya decision tha, Ankita, if you don't mind sharing? As I've always said, yeah, we can share on the chat because that will also help us understand that what, like for example, the gratitude thing. When we see that others have written these things and then we realize, oh my God, really, we also have these things, but I never felt like being grateful for it. So if we can share, then that will also be good. So at least for this question, if we can have some sharings, only if you are comfortable. Ankita, would you like to share? Okay, yes, that was a good decision that you realized and decided that, okay, let me go for this course rather than trying something else and then after a few years, maybe jumping to the course. Okay, understood. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else who wants to share some decision that turned out to be smartest, especially while you were taking that decision, you didn't really feel or you were not very sure that it's going to turn out to be the smartest, but then it turned out later on, especially if you belong to this category. No one, I don't want to call out names. Okay, no problem. But I hope you all have noted down in your notebook at least for your own reflection. Taking upgrade course, especially placement classes. Okay, taking long trips that I was hesitant at first. That's great, Chiran. Generally, people do like traveling, but they kind of fear the risks that come with it. So you were able to break over that fear and then start doing it. That was good. No, Jaspreet, we have a mixture of people. There are people from upgrade, there are people from other institutes as well. Reducing my sugar consumption. Okay, smartest decision. Yes, that could be when it comes to health. It is definitely one of the smartest decisions one can take. I agree completely. Okay, let me read the other comments. After a lot of thinking, I got myself certified this year. That's good. Upskilling yourself, meeting new people, traveled, made new friends, served clients just because of that one decision of enrolling into the program. Yes. So you can see how one decision that, okay, let me go ahead and do this certification. I've been waiting for long. And that one thing can lead to so many things, can add so many rich experiences in our life. So I'm happy that Rohit was able to do it. Congratulations, Rohit, for being able to do that. Yes. So this is the absolute next level feeling, okay? That you fear something, as Chirant has written, he feared it, but now it's like the most memorable thing. I don't think there could be anything better than this in life. Wow. Inculcating habit of meditation. Yes, very much needed and very much important also. Good, Neha. Start to practicing on skills that enhance my job growth. Good for him. Take care of my health and fitness. Yes, very important because we ignore it. But the time that we are living in, with each passing day, it is going to become important for us to take care of our health. So good that you have that realization, Gajanan, and have started working towards it. Taking upgrade course and participating in every conversation and session. Yes, Jaspreet, I've seen you do that. And I'm sure because of those things that the way you try to be outgoing, you try to engage in conversations, that thing would have helped you become a different version of yourself. Okay, so that was great. Thank you, friends, honest, for sharing that very honestly. And that takes us to the next question. So, happiest memory of the year 2022. So there could be multiple, but let's try to find out the first one, the one happiest, and then happier, happy, etc., etc. But let's think of the happiest, meaning the one which ranks the top of the list. Bought my laptop. This will require some deep thinking. Yes. Because there are a lot. Yes, Rohit. That's why I said that there could be multiple, but you need to think. After 5 years, oh, that's wonderful. Just please. Yeah, it will definitely reminisce some good memories. So yes, that definitely can be included in happiest memories. Yeah, first job is always the year, the date, and the day you get the offer letter, the day you join. Even after 20, 30 years of experience, you don't forget the joining letter or the joining date. So great, Pragya. Had my best birthday this year, got the secretary position in students committee of the college. That's wonderful, Radha. I'm sure this thing will definitely help you develop a lot of leadership skills and you'll be enjoying what you are doing. When is your birthday though, Radha? 12th August. Okay. Great. So if you all are done, you all can write done. So those who have written on chat, I know, but others can write done. Okay, fine. So we know that you all are also done. Next question is, again, this will require a little bit of thinking. Most loving service I performed. What does service mean? Something that you do selflessly. It could even be giving a seat to someone, helping someone cross the road. It could be anything. But the loving service that you have performed, something that you have done selflessly in the 364 days of your life this year. This one is for this year. And even though I said that if you all are comfortable sharing, you all can share it. But honestly, for this question, I'm very curious to know. So in case you all are done writing and would like to share, then feel free to share. Okay, that's wonderful. Rohit. Yes, definitely, Jyoti. Really appreciate that. Help some puppies to find some loving homes too. Yes, that's good. We should take care of all the beings around us. So good that Rohit was able to do that. Feeding birds every morning. So great. Like you get this opportunity to do something for others every single day, like for birds. So that's good. Okay, Radha. Good. So many ideas for service. All of us can learn from each other. Because at times we wish to celebrate and then share our happiness with others. So here are some ideas. Here are some ways in which we can do it. Others, those who are done, can share that it is done. Those who are writing, we know that they have reflected. Distribute some foods to people while pandemic. Okay. Good for him. Okay, so I believe most of us are done, and others also maybe are typing it or must have done. Yes, so Chirant is also putting it. Just free. Okay, so honestly speaking, I am of the opinion that okay, Rohit says help some kid with studies to win some PC games. So many things that Rohit has done. That's really wonderful, Rohit. So I personally of the opinion that when your left hand does something good, even your right hand should not come to know about it. So I don't really share, but since all of you have been so honest and Jaspreet has also asked this question, I will share. So it just happened in May, yeah, in May this year, around April this year, during my birthday time itself. It happened that we were so the organization that I was working in had tied up with an NGO, and that NGO was working with some kids in some slum areas, educating kids in those slum areas. You got to know the month Jyoti April. Now for the date, you need to join the further session. You'll get to know. So continuing with what I was sharing, it so happened that there was a session planned and they wanted someone who could communicate to the kids in Marathi. So we had called the organization that I was working in at that point. They had arranged someone who knew Marathi and everything was planned. The training happened, etc., etc. But then what happened was the day she was supposed to go there, the moment she saw the address, she said that I won't go, my family won't allow, because everyone has their own constraints, because it was Asia's second largest slum. So she was not comfortable, and suddenly they wanted someone else to go, and there was no time to think as to who will go, who can go, because that's a place that not everyone is comfortable with. And it so happened that at that point, since it was my birthday month, I was reflecting that the school that I was working in works with a lot of good schools in the country. So we have worked with schools where Alia Bhatt and Ranbir Kapoor and all the celebrities have studied. So really big shots, big schools, different, like all the IB and the ICSC, IGCSE boards. So somehow during my birthday month, I was having this feeling that I also want to interact with kids from other backgrounds, because these kids will anyway have some kind of support. I was working as a career coach then. And then I got a call that this thing is there. Will you be able to go? And it happened, so it was 5 days. It was 2 hours traveling one side. So it was, so people, so most of you all are from Mumbai. So I stay in Navi Mumbai and I had to go to Western Line, Malad. So from Navi Mumbai to Malad, it used to take almost 2 hours one side. And one of the sessions, it was 5 days workshop, and one of the sessions, the last session, was on my birthday. So that was the most loving service I performed. There were other things, but when I reflected on the word most, this was what I could recall. Okay. Great. So thank you, Jyoti. Thank you, Radha. Thank you so much, Neha. So Neha, definitely, if we have time today, and if Neha has time today, please share about the good work that you are doing. So Neha is, at this point, I wouldn't like to say student. And as all of you know, I always use the word learner. So Neha is one such learner who is very curious, does something for people, who is very empathetic. So definitely, I'll make sure that all of you hear Neha someday, and even Pragya. And in fact, all of you will interact with each other. We'll divide yourself in breakout rooms so that you'll get to know each other also. But since you're talking about service now, okay, so I want Neha to share about her experiences also. So Neha, would you be comfortable, or फिर next session से नहीं आना है? Now that you have to share about all the good work that you are doing. Sure, with a double E, so we get it. So yes, we'll be hearing Neha. Yeah, so Jaspreet is motivating her. So that takes us to the next question, which is again a very interesting question. Biggest risk I took this year. For some of you, it might align with the smartest decision also. Possible. Saying no to boss. That's good. But I hope, Jaspreet, you did it in an assertive way. Otherwise, those 2 hours of communication style, assertive, passive, aggressive, then it is fine. If it is assertive, then it is fine. Otherwise, it might aggressive or passive. Passive will put your health at trouble, and aggressive will put your relationships and overall professional life at stake. I think you have discussed this in class also, Jaspreet. That your boss is not able to understand, and later on they end up doing what you had shared. If you are pointing out to the same event, both of us are talking about the same event. And whenever you all are done, you can write done also, so that we proceed to the next question. And if you want to share, you can share. That's also okay. So Neha is done, Radha is done. Okay, so quite a few of you are done. We'll proceed to the next one. Okay, so that was the last question. So I just want one confirmation from all of you. Those who have already written done, we know, but others, are you all done with all the questions? Those who are yet to type for the last one. We'll wait for a couple of seconds if you all are yet to complete. So Gajanan also says you all are done. Okay. So now what we did now was reflecting on. Pragya is also done. That's great. Okay, Dishant also. So what we did now was reflected on the year 2022. But now we will create a plan of action for 2023. So the major chunk of the plan of action part will be kind of a homework, which will come to know. But let's see what you have to right now for 2023, and this is again going to be a very important thing because this is going to be the highlight. What we did now was the reflect and review part. Now we are slowly proceeding towards the reset part for 2023. So first prompt is, what are the things you wish to let go of? ऐसी कौन सी चीजें हैं जो आपने 2022 में किया जो आप 2023 में कंटिन्यू नहीं करना चाहते? A big no, no, no. Make a list of it. It could be spending a lot of time on social media, not taking care of health, not exercising, or some habits, some behavioral patterns that you want to change. Each one. Not giving priority to myself. Yes. So remember, Jasprit, we had discussed this thing that the subconscious doesn't understand no. So we will say, okay, so here it is wishing to let go. So you will say that, okay, I don't want to continue this habit of not prioritizing myself. But when we go to the next question, especially, you will write that prioritizing myself, taking care of myself, prioritizing self-care. And when others are also done, you can type done or mention the answer also. Yes, I can understand, Pragya. And if it is at an intense level, you might find that in the year 2024 also, you might write the same thing, because when I was writing something, I realized that these are some things that I might have also written in the previous years. But what I can definitely say is the intensity is less. So this thing that you have mentioned will come in phases. Slowly and steadily you will win over it. But when you win over it, it will definitely very liberating, both for you and at times for others also around you. Okay, so Ankita is also done. I really appreciate your honesty to share this, Pragya. Chirant is also done. Great. Neha is also done. Okay. So last reflection for the day. So meaning the in-class reflection for the day. Healthy habits you wish to build. Now we are talking about habits, something that you can do on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Month का नहीं लिखो, क्योंकि month और year का हम हर साल लिखते हैं. Yes, learning something new or practicing in real life those learnings. Okay. So hold on to this, make a note of it, and then we'll see how we can further smart goals, जिसे हम कहते हैं, how we can further boil it down to specific plan of action, because that will be your task of the day. Waking up early. Yes. Good. Neha should wake up so early that others can tell her that morning star में काम करती है तो जल्दी से उठेगी. And in case if your timings are also early morning, then you have to. ठंड में कहाँ मन करता है? Yes. Start exercising, waking up early, practicing skills. Yes, definitely. So I can see Fareen, when I kind of reflect on all the things that Fareen has shared, it has been something to do with upskilling, learning, something to do with her professional life. So really appreciate those efforts also, Fareen. And I'm sure you'll get the results soon. Staying positive, yes. Learning and start practicing meditation. Wonderful, Chirag. I hope in the further sessions that we arrange, we are able to help all those people who are trying to inculcate these positive habits. Choosing happiness. I really love the usage of the word choosing, Jyoti. Control my anger. Yes. Become more peaceful. Redmi Note 9 Pro. Okay. Big name. Can you also share your, mention your name? Great, Jyoti. Yes. So now that this list is done and we can keep adding to the list, it's Jhumki. Hello, Jhumki. I hope you are doing good. The task of the day is the reflection that we had to do is done. Okay. Who was the master of our reflection? Our own experiences, our own 364 days of our life. No facilitator. I was writing along with you. Okay. Now, what you're supposed to do is the habits list that you have written. You have to create a plan of action for the healthy habits. For example, waking up early, as Neha mentioned. So that is the habit, the main goal. Now, how will you break it down? How will you achieve it? So for that, maybe she can write sleeping early. Now, how will she ensure that she sleeps early? Maybe giving up digital devices 1 hour before she goes to sleep. Okay. What can she do so that the number of things that she can do so that she can wake up early? That becomes the plan of action. Then let's say reducing social media usage or prioritizing self-care. So maybe you can make a list of the things that, okay, if I want the moment I wake up, I want to go for a walk or start exercising, then I'll keep my gym clothes next to me. I'll keep my sports shoes next to me while I go to sleep. Next to me meaning somewhere closer so that the moment I wake up, मेरी नजर उस पे पड़ती है. So make this plan of action because only then it will be actionable. Without an actionable plan of action, it will just be something on paper. In order to make it something that gets implemented in reality, we will have to make it actionable. Okay. So I don't know whether you all were really, I know actually that you all were attentive, but what I'm trying to say is that irrespective of what you all did so far, I want each and every one to complete this task of the day. Can I get a yes? Can I trust all of you that you all will finish this task of the day? Radha says yes. 31st से पहले कर लेना, ठीक है? Radha says yes. Pragya says yes. Jyoti absolutely says Rohit. Thank you, Rohit. Yes, in capital says Dishant. Okay, that's wonderful. Maybe you all can share also once you all are done on the Telegram group that you all are done. You all need not share. If you all want to share, you all can share. Otherwise, you all can just mention that done completing the plan of action. Okay, definitely yes, says Jaspreet. Okay, that's good because then the objective of the entire session is fulfilled. The time that you all devoted your time, which is one of the most important resource, non-refundable resource, that 1 hour valuable time that you gave for this session is now fulfilled. Okay, so let's ensure that we are able to complete this exercise. Okay, great. So now we proceed to the next part, which is the guided meditation. So it will be a short, very short guided meditation. There will be some music and I will be speaking. Try to visualize what I will say. And if you have anything in your hand, the notebook, paper, pen, keep it aside and sit comfortably, sit relaxed. Let me know if you are able to hear the music. Great. So sit comfortably. Sit in a comfortable position. Relax yourself completely. Whenever you are ready, gently close your eyes. Take a long, deep breath. Become aware of the air gushing in through your nostrils, your chest, your ribcage, and stomach expanding. Inhale. Now hold your breath for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Once again. Inhale relaxation into your body. Exhale. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Today, at this juncture of 2022 and 2023, I'm reflecting on this year of 2022. आज जब हम 2022 को विदाई दे रहे हैं और 2023 की बधाई दे रहे हैं, I reflect on this past year of mine. Look at how the year went by. This year was full of learnings. I am grateful for all the lessons I learned. I'm surely taking it forward in 2023. There were times when things, events, and people didn't behave as I expected. But they taught me how beautiful uncertainty can be. I learned to surrender. I forgive all those people. I repeat, I forgive all those people due to whom I have created a deep hurt within me. I let go all my worries. I let go all my worries and choose to free myself from the past baggage. Anything that comes to your mind which doesn't make you feel uncomfortable, bring those things in the screen of your mind. These could be your worries, your pain, your suffering, a part of you that no one has seen, the most vulnerable part of you. Imagine a pink bubble in front of you where you put in all these worries, pain and suffering. All your worries in this pink bubble. Let it go and fly it across the sky. These pain and sufferings are not a part of you anymore. I now surrender it to the universe. I don't carry any pain from 2022. Only the learnings remain. I'm proud of how much I have grown. I am proud of how much I have grown. I see this pink bubble vanishing into the sky. I am free from all the baggage. I am now ready for a beautiful year filled with abundance, joy, and love. I am ready to embrace new opportunities. I am ready to embrace new opportunities. I am strong, capable, and worthy of the life I want. I am confident in my abilities and limitless potential. In 2023, I am becoming the best version of myself so far. This is the beginning of my best year yet. Today, at this juncture, I promise myself that come what may, I'll choose to be peaceful, kind, loving, and happy. I'm looking forward to the growth and abundance in 2023. Now, notice your happy face, smile, and take a deep breath. Inhale, hold, 1, 2, 3, exhale. Now rub your palms on your cheeks, your eyes, your face, your hands. Look down. Look on the ground and slowly, whenever you are ready, gently open your eyes. Are we back? Yes. How does it feel? Won't feel like speaking? Relaxing. Sometimes when you go very deep into these meditation experiences, this was an affirmation meditation that we did. Now meditation is of different kinds. Certain meditation experiences, when you go so deep, you don't feel like speaking. You just want to stay in that state. Radha says it was great. So glad that you all were able to experience this. That brings us to an end of today's session. Anything anyone wants to ask, share? Any questions? Otherwise, we'll continue. Continuing, there's not much left. First of all, is there anyone who is not there in the Telegram group? Is there anyone who is not there in the Telegram group? If no one responds, I'll believe that everyone is there. Okay. So now some of you would have already filled this form. There is a registration form whose link I will be sharing in the group. This link or this form will have a couple of questions which will help us customize the further sessions. Okay. So my request to all of you is fill that form. It's something that you need to fill just once, and you all can mention your suggestions also. So like, for example, one of the questions is, what kind of sessions do you want going forward? Nutrition, yoga, career guidance, placement, soft skills, behavioral skills, emotional intelligence, or counseling, anything. So you all can mention whatever challenges you all are facing, what kind of sessions you all want, you all can mention. Feel free to share in the registration form. Those of you, I believe all of you are already there in the group. So just read, the links will be shared in the Telegram group. That's why I'm asking that if everyone is there in the Telegram group, then it's fine. Okay. And last is, we'll fill the feedback form. What I'm doing is I'm also sharing all the 3 things now also, but I'll once again share in the group also. Okay. So definitely fill the registration form and the feedback form because it will help us help all of you better. Okay, so here goes the 3 links. Great. So let me read some comments. Okay, so Jhumki, Jhumki, you can click on the link that is there now. Now you will be able to join. So I'm glad, Chiran, that it was helpful. I personally filled 2 pages of my book. I'm someone who loves journaling. So I really enjoyed everything from the start till the end, reflecting on each of the questions along with you and the responses that you all were sharing. So really enjoyed that. Thank you for joining in. And let's hope that we keep connecting and are able to benefit. Thank you, Pragya. Thank you, everyone. I wish all of you a healthy, wealthy, and prosperous new year. Okay. Enjoy the rest of the 2 days that we have of this year. Great. Thank you, Neha. Thank you, Jaspreet. Thank you so much, Rohit. Ah, Happy New Year, Jhumki. Looking forward, definitely. We'll connect, fill the registration form and the feedback so that accordingly, because the registration form also has details like how frequently do you all want these sessions. And you can also add suggestions like just as I said, you all want to interact with each other by joining breakout rooms. So if you all have some suggestions, we can do that also. And as I have already discussed, we can also have an open mic day wherein you all come and share your talents because I'm desperately waiting for that day. ये सब तो एक बहाना है. That's the day I'm waiting for. Okay. Yes. Happy New Year, everyone. So yes. Chalo. Take care and we will close the session.